What's going on, guys? This is Yacineygo, and today we only have one new card to review, which is Stellarnova Bonds, but we do have two new TCG exclusives that are coming out, one in Burst Protocol, and the other one is going to be Maze of Muertos, which has just been announced today, and is going to be a really interesting set with a lot of information in it, so yeah, gonna be really fun to review. But anyways, before we go any further, as always, you know the drill, smash the like and subscribe button. Anyways, this card is a normal spell card. You can only activate a card with this card once per turn. Activate one of the following effects, but you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Xyz monsters. Discard a card. You don't see this every day. And if you do special summon a Tellarknight or Constellar monster from your deck with a different type than the monsters you control. This is worded the same way as the Sulfa Court spell card. So you don't discard for cost. You discard part of the effect. So if you get ashed, then you're not discarding at all. Target face-up monsters on your opponent's field up to the number of Tellarknight or Constellar monsters you control. Negate those monster effects until the end of the turn. I mean, I don't like this at all because you can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. It doesn't say, like, you can only use each effect once per turn, and you can only choose one, so I think this is really mediocre to have. Like, realistically, if you can use the first effect, you're always pretty much going to be using the first effect. You're not going to be using an effect like this, because if you got to play into the board to start negating stuff, it defeats the purpose. Your opponent would have already interrupted you at this point, so especially when you're playing a rank 4 deck, which is already not really good going second, unless you're playing X-Raziel. I don't know, I don't really like this effect, but obviously special summoning a monster from the deck is always going to be absolutely beautiful. So this is the only new card, but apart from that, we do have some new, I guess, news. Like I said, it's really just like we're getting a new TCG exclusive that is going to be based around like the theme of scientist with dinosaurs. And this one right here, some people are comparing it to like magical scientist, but there's a new monster that looks like a dinosaur in here. So I have no idea what this is going to be, but maybe the dinosaur is going to be, sorry, the scientist is going to be like, what, like a warrior, a spellcaster? What is magical scientist? Is he a spellcaster? Yeah, he is a spellcaster. Oh, actually, they could also be psychic. Yeah, like Dr. Frankenderp. So, I don't know. Imagine if it's like a mix of psychic and dinosaurs. That would be perfect, honestly. But yeah, I have no idea. Could even be warrior, but I don't really think so. Could be fiend. The scientist himself could even be dinosaur if he actually injected the dino DNA inside of him. But yeah, obviously if this theme can work with Fossil Dig, then it means extra starters. And if it can work with psychics because they're scientists, then it can work with emergency teleport. That would be pretty nice. Anyways, let's get into the next news. So Maze of Muertos. Yes, it has a Spanish word in it. So it is coming out on February 18th, if I can read. And we are getting a very interesting TCG exclusive. So it is going to be some new cards based on, apparently you're supposed to pronounce it Bones, for the guy from the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Again, I have not watched the Yu-Gi-Oh anime in English, so I can't tell like how you're supposed to pronounce his name, but apparently it's Bones, even though it's like, it's written like Bonds. But yeah, whatever. He's the guy that played Pumpking King, so hold on a second, what's the name of the Pumpking King, the King of Ghosts or something? Yeah, and obviously the card was unplayable. The card has always been unplayable. There's more Pumpking cards out there. Hold on a second. Obviously they had to like announce this during Halloween. Pumpking, the King of Ghosts, Dark Zombie level 6. Really shitty card. Basically has no effect because you're now playing Castle of Dark Illusions. And also it's really funny because Castle of Dark Illusions was played by Panic, and he had literally nothing to do with him. Like, literally, they didn't even know each other. So this is so stupid. It's like anti-synergy. And also, Castle of Dark... No, actually, Castle of Dark Illusions is a zombie. But it was played by a guy who played a Fiend deck. So, also makes no sense. Whatever. Apart from that, there's also Pump Princess, the Princess of Ghost. And, of course, it is unplayable. Now we're finally getting a theme that is based around that. And also, the way Konami, like, designed this article, masterpiece. 10 out of 10. So look at this, okay? An enormous one-eyed jack-o'-lantern bursts through the ground. Pumpkin rises from the grave. So I don't know if you remember, but like basically it was a theme. I mean, maybe you can't remember because you've never watched it. But yeah, basically it was around Call of the Haunted, reviving back monsters as zombies, which is not the same as in real life. And then the zombies are basically indestructible, but they all have 0 defense. So the way Joey beat him was by using Sword and Shield, so that his one final monster in deck could run over and then inflict the final, like 1000 damage to his opponent. So that was pretty cute, even though he was clearly losing overall. What are we doing here? This is the kind of, this is kind of like the place you battled Red Eyes Black Dragon all those years ago, or you're the original Halloween horror show. Looks exactly like the place that led to like the Paradox Brothers. I think it really is. It's the exact same place as in the anime. It is so freaking crazy, unreal. It really has such a nostalgic artwork. But yeah, that was a long time ago, and you haven't had a power upgrade since. Yeah, exactly. Konami just forgot about him. Now you're probably thinking, I'm mad and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Hey, wait a second. This new Maze of Muertos set might have something for you. Let's look around and see what we can find. They're basically like communicating with Pumpking. But yeah, Pumpking tilts his big pumpkin head forward. Was that a nod? It must have been. Here's a field spell card right here, right there. So that's freaking awesome. It looks like that cave with all the skulls in Duelist Kingdom. Oh, there we go. I didn't even read that, but yeah, I was right. The field spell lets you set any of your Call of the Haunteds from your deck or graveyard, so you can get all 3 at once. Okay. Any of your Call of the Haunteds. Hold on a second. Is there another card with Call of the Haunted in its name? No, there's none. But yeah, obviously if you can play 3 Call of the Haunted, then sure. Can you actually set 3 Call of the Haunteds in one shot with the field spell? That would be interesting because it says you can get all 3 at once. But it says lets you set any of your Call of the Haunteds from your deck or grave. So it doesn't say any amount of them. So I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. And it powers them up too. So Call of the Haunted sends an opponent's monster to the graveyard on top of summoning a monster from yours. How's that sound? Okay, that's really nice. So you're getting a bonus effect every single time you use Call of the Haunted to revive back a monster. So that's cool. And also if this card can be like Zombie World where it transforms every monster into a zombie, that would be even better because then you get a card that is not only like a starter but also like an extra, like a floodgate against Yummy, which would make it like meta relevant in today's day and age, and also very logical. Like you want monsters on the field to become zombies, not only when you're playing a zombie deck, but also, you know, it makes sense with the theme of Call of the Haunted, where you're reviving back monsters as zombies. Anyways, Pumpkin head tilts to the side. We seem to have his interest, but he clearly wants more. What's this here? Ectoplasmic Fortification. I remember this like it was yesterday. Use this in that cave duel too. It powers up your zombie monsters' attack points. There you go, so they just gain a little bit of attack. This must probably be a continuous spell card. I think so. Usually cards that just increase the attack of your monsters are always doomed for failure, even if you're doubling the attack of every single monster you control. Like limited removal looks like a good card, but when's the last time a machine deck played that card? There you go, never. So yeah. Pumpkin taps a vine on the ground impatiently. Okay, I'll keep reading. And it draws a card for every Call of the Haunted you control. That's new. Okay, cool. So maybe it's a continuous spell that every single turn you can draw a card for each Call of the Haunted. That would be nice, so at least it doesn't just boost the attack of your monsters. Pumpkin points at a brick. What if we draw the first turn? Don't worry, it says you can also use this same card to get the field spell out of your deck. So in other words, this card is not a brick. Or maybe, I don't know, like if they meant brick as in like it's a bad card to draw, or it's just like an actual brick, like, but I have no idea. But yeah, this card, it has to be a card that boosts the attack of your monsters, draws a card for each Call of the Haunted, and also searches the field spell from deck to hand. That's what I'm getting at. And the field spell is a card that gets you to Call of the Haunted. So with this one card, you're getting the field spell, you're getting a draw, you're getting Call of the Haunted, and then you get to obviously start, you know, sending your opponent's monsters to the grave. But I really hope this is kind of like Treasures of the King, where not only does it set your Call of the Haunted, but also it can search a monster. That would be really nice. Like the Odeon field spell, it has everything going for it. It's a good card. It gets you a trap and a monster, and then the monster gets you something else. So, you know, it is pretty good. Anyways, now Pumpkin's pointing at himself. Hey, you're right. You can get the field spell or a level 6 zombie like yourself. Oh, there you go. Okay, so I spoke too fast. You're not locked under only the field spell, so if you draw the field spell and you draw the continuous, you can draw a level 6 zombie. And you can search the Pumpkin monster himself, but obviously he sucks. And it bumps up zombies' attack points and draws a card for every Call of the Haunted you control. That seems like a lot. It's good to be the king. Okay, so those are the 3 effects. There we go. Pumpkin proudly adjusts his crown. Let's keep looking. Here's another monster card. It's you. So the new Pumpkin monster. It's a Pumpkin upgrade, a new level 6 monster. You can reveal it and discard a card. Really reminds you of Angry Burger. It has so much in common. Level 6, in a hand effect, discard a card. Set a Call of the Haunted from your deck, and then you can activate that Call of the Haunted like right away on the same turn. That's really cool. So again, very similar to like the Odeon deck. And when the new you is special summoned, it summons another level 6 zombie from deck. Okay, maybe you can start playing like Ill Blood in this deck. I have no idea. That was like one of my first reflex. Like if we're trying to revive back level 6 zombies, what are some good options before they start going up in price? Because if this archetype becomes good, because Odeon ended up winning a YCS, we never know. So right now there's not much really. Vampire cards, not really good. Ill Blood, really one of the only cards that I can think of, and then obviously Pumpking, the King of Ghosts. You could summon Vanquish Soul Pluton HG, but like it doesn't do anything. Like the card just sucks. So I have no idea. I see where this is going. Blah blah blah. You can reveal and discard new Pumpking to set Call of the Haunted, then activate Call of the Haunted right away to special summon Pumpking back. And then Pumpking special summons another level 6 zombie from deck. Boom, 2 level 6s on the field. A great first turn card. You can even Xyz summon right away. Yeah, it is a 1-card Xyz rank 6. Obviously, I don't... They haven't mentioned if you're locked under zombie monsters only, but if they ever unban Beatrice, then this card could be a decent 1-card combo where you just splash like 3 of the new Pumpking with 1 Call of the Haunted, and the Pumpking is a 1-card rank 6. Right now, I can't really think of like any great rank 6, but you can make Pilgrim Reaper and Wallow, and you can also make the Dampier Vampire Sheridan, as well as Dragon Gate, but I don't know what the frick that is, probably dog shit. So yeah, those are the only real rank 6, but obviously Wallow is a decent card. Pilgrim Reaper, I mean, it mills 5 cards, so... You want me to look for an Xyz monster? Good idea. Let's see. Oh, here's one. It kind of looks like you, but bigger and with more eyes. It's a really ugly looking Pumpking, so it seems especially pleased at that. This Xyz monster protects all zombies from being targeted with card effects. I'm assuming it includes itself. And when it's Xyz summoned, it adds Call of the Haunted or anything that mentions it from your deck to your hand, like Man with a Mark from Maze of the Master. Even they are comparing it with the Odeon deck. They're really recycling a very similar theme. And that's the reason why I said the field spell has to be good. It has to have more effects than just, you know, set Call of the Haunted and give it a bonus effect, because this is not enough for me. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so yeah, you get to search anything that mentions Call of the Haunted. I don't really think any card right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! Mentions Call of the Haunted. If I look for Call of the Haunted, there you go, that's the only result. Thankfully, the card is not once per turn because it is very old, but yeah, that's pretty cute. Pumpkin tilts his head down again as if saying to keep reading. Okay, it has more than just these 2 effects. And you can detach a material to return 2 cards anywhere on the field back to the hand. I really am hoping that this is a quick effect, because if it is not, this deck is just not impressive enough. Like, you would play it, and it's like not good going second so far, and it doesn't feel like going first it does enough. But if this is a quick effect, then this deck might be worth considering seriously so far with all the cards that we've got. Anyways, seemingly satisfied, Pumpkin turns away and starts doing something in the dirt. He's certainly less threatening, but what is he drawing something? Oh, that's a new card again. Hey, those are Joey's monsters, but no, now they're zombies. What are they doing on Team Pumpking? This might very well be one of the coolest looking artworks that I've seen in my life. Literally, Joey's monsters. There is axe. Hold on a second. I forgot the name of this. No, it's not Tiger something. Tiger Axe. Yeah, Tiger Axe with Flame Swordsman and obviously Red Eyes Black Dragon, and they're like zombified. Very similar kind of to like, but not really. It's more like they got revived back by Call of the Haunted, and now they're all controlled by Pumpking. Oh my god, this is so cool to look at, BM. Did you see this Legion of the Not So Living around here? Oh, here it is. A rank 7 Xyz monster that you can rank up into. It can attach an opponent's monster to itself from their field or graveyard as material. Oh, as a quick effect. Not gonna lie, this is actually kind of decent. Yo, okay. And I'm assuming there is no rank of magic, so you're actually just, it's kind of like Infinity on top of Nova. You just put it on top of your rank 6 Pumpkin guy, and then this is a rank 7. Interesting. I really felt like this would have been like a main deck card or something, but yeah, this is a rank 7 zombie monster with like a lot of monsters on it. It's a quick effect monster that can just attach anything from the opponent's field or even graveyard to it. But we don't know anything else. Like, they didn't give any other effects, so it could be better. And also, maybe this card has a 3rd effect, because... Oh, hold on a second. It already has 3 effects. Okay, yeah, okay. Maybe this can give this effect to whatever you rank up into. That would have been broken. Imagine attach, bounce back to, double interruption all at once. And that's pretty much it for the Pumpkin stuff that they have revealed, but obviously there's going to be more cards. I'm assuming they better, otherwise I'm not gonna be happy enough. But yeah, everyone, you heard the Pumpking Maze of Muertos is the latest anime-inspired booster for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, featuring dozens of new cards, including based on cards from the anime and manga. Okay, so we got Dark Karibo. I already forgot what this card did, but last time I checked, it wasn't really relevant. When a card or effect is activated that targets a fiend or fusion monster control. Blah, blah, blah. You can discard this card and target one of them. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, its effects activated on the field cannot be negated. Okay, sure. I mean, it's alright, but it's completely irrelevant. If this card is sent from the hand to the graveyard by card effect, you can add a polymerization from your deck or graveyard to your hand. It's a very whatever card. However, Dark Magician of Destruction is really big. We've been seeing this card a lot actually being played competitively in the OCG, and it creates brand new decks, and it finally allows the Yugi deck, the Sarcophagus deck, to become like genuinely playable. So that's really nice. And then Tamai is the United Magical Dragon. I think this is like the new name of Gaze of Tamai, like the quick play spell card that allows you to summon Dragoon. And that card is completely cracked. Honestly, both of these cards are literally insane. This Splashable Engine will be very, very popular. So get ready to buy Instant Fusion and Ready Fusion right now. And start looking into this engine because it is really broken. And we're also getting Illusion Gate. This is also a staple in the OCG. It is power creeping the crap out of Regeki and Dark Hole, but it can get hit by Ghost Bell. So in case you didn't know, you pay half your life points, and then you destroy every monster on your opponent's field, just like Regeki. But then you also get to revive back any monster from your opponent's graveyard, ignoring the summoning conditions. And you can only apply this effect of Illusion Gate once per duel. So if it gets negated either the effect or the activation, you can use it again, but once it resolves, it's over. You can't use Illusion Gate anymore, so it becomes a dead card, and also you have to pay half your life points. But I think nothing happens on the end phase, right? I just need to double check, because on the end phase, you usually die. Okay, yeah, no, not today, we're not gonna die. Chronicle Sorceress, I don't know, I also remember this card, but I kind of forgot already. Oh no, that card is irrelevant though. Yeah, oh no, yeah. It's a one card starter in Blue Eyes, but it's really bad. Like, it's a bad one card starter. Like, you can normal summon it and then make the Link 1, and then you send Maiden of White, and then Link 1 Surge the field spell, send Blue Eyes, tribute, summon back Blue Eyes, summon back Maiden, tribute Maiden, place your True Light, and then set the Wishes, search Sage, and then you can search like the trap card, normal Sage, search like whatever, and then you can synchro. It's not good enough. It just isn't good enough. And also, like, the effect to like send a Dark Magician or a card that mentions it from deck to grave is also like mediocre. So yeah, Chronicle Sorceress, just not good. And also it takes up your normal summon, right? Oh, that's even worse. And also you have to have a light already in your grave. It's not even a one card starter. That card is dead content. Nobody's gonna play it, ever. Uzuhime, the Manifested Mekanko. I also have no freaking idea what this is. Oh, it's the rank 3. Okay, it's a really good card. Oh my god, this is gonna be massive in the Genesis format. Huge! Mekanko might be one of the best decks. By far. Looking terrifying. Oh my god, nobody can really out the Mekanko lock. Good luck, really. Mekanko, potentially the next best deck in Genesis. And yeah, also interest, you'll find something of interest in the wide range of new cards found in this set. Okay, so they're really putting the emphasis on new cards, because these are obviously not new cards, they're just imports from the OCG, because they were not in a core set, they were special cards. And also these are like brand new cards, because they're TCG exclusive, so it's not the same. And also, of course, a new and revamped collection of zombie spells and traps like new versions of Pumpking, Ectoplasmic Fortification, and Deadly Zombie Breath, bringing the fan-favorite deck of Bones to the modern age, although Pumpking seems to have stolen the show here. Yeah, of course. And yeah, it contains 1 foil and then 6 rare per pack. Okay, so yeah, I don't know, like, value-wise how good this will be, but yeah, definitely looking like a really interesting set. And I'm looking forward to it. This is a great Halloween surprise. So far, we only have, like, what, 5 new cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 2 Xyz, 1, I'm assuming, continuous spell, but it could even be a normal spell. That would be really awkward. And then we've got a field spell and a level 6 main deck monster. We need more. We definitely need more. Obviously, Bones had other monsters. It wasn't just Pumpking. So, for sure, we're gonna have more cards, and that would be really nice. But yeah, you guys let me know how you feel about this, all these news in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.